like a typical C13 event, it's already 5 minutes late.
Fixed by my count.
So I didn't bring my horn, but we could probably start this thing. Seems it looks like I don't see anybody else trying to get in. So welcome. Welcome C13s. First of all, let me be the first to be all official and congratulate you on this great achievement. And I also wanted to mention to all of you, I was told that I should mention that this event is being recorded. So if you're not wearing pants, don't stand up, please, or at least turn off your camera. And it being an official event, we should respectfully acknowledge the Coast Salish people, because even in Ether, we're on their territory, where we live, work, and learn. So thank you, Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh, which I always stumble on nations, but thank you very much. Yeah, it's a little strange. I decided to do the lobby background because, in a normal year, on convocation day, the staff would be running around back there, setting up the high tables, opening up the classroom, resetting that up for sort of a lounge setting. Josh would have the festivities streaming in the classroom so that we could see everything that was going on up on the mountain. The catering was coming in and we were all getting ready for a big reception. But it's a little different. But then you're C13, I was expecting something different. So not Zoom, but I knew it was going to be a touch different. Anyway, we've got a number of people that want to congratulate you as well. And it is my honor to introduce our Dean Pro Tem for the Faculty of Communications, Arts, and Technology of SFU, Owen Underhill.
Well, thank you, Larry, and hello to everyone. It's nice to see you there, and like your bow tie, Larry, and hello to Richard also. Thank you to you, who I see you're wearing your robes today. But especially hello to the graduates, and on behalf of the Faculty of Communication, Art, and Technology and Simon Fraser University, I congratulate you on your graduation and your MDM degree received today. And although we cannot be together in person, it is actually quite nice. It feels very social and friendly to be together in this way with you. And I do want to recognize each of you and your accomplishments. I would also like to congratulate, and I see many family members there, children and sisters and brothers and parents and friends and loved ones. And so it's nice to see all of you, wherever you are, in what part of the world or in your homes. And thank you for your support of this graduating class. I know that you are together a collective of open-minded, collaborative, and caring individuals. And these are, as everyone is saying today, these are exceptional times, in part because of the pandemic. Also, we're called upon at this time to listen better to each other and to do our part to aspire to real and positive change in the various communities we inhabit. And I'm very confident in you that you will find a way in the near future and throughout your careers and lives to do that. As you graduate in a way that you could not have anticipated 4 months ago, it is a time to continue to nurture the spirit of community and skills that you have developed in your time in the Master of Digital Media program, including the collaborative relationships you have built with your fellow students. And I know you've worked constantly as teams together. those partnerships with your colleagues, I know from my own experience, can stay with you a lifetime and can lead to exciting opportunities in the years ahead. Please continue to stay in touch with the MDM program and also SFU, and the Faculty of Communication, Art, and Technology also looks forward to being in touch with you in the years ahead. So this, as this is a celebration reception, please join me in a toast. Am I permitted to do that?
Absolutely.
Okay, to the MDM. So to the MDM graduates of 2020, congratulations.
Congratulations.
So I'll send it back to you, Larry, and to Josh, I think is your host. And forgive me for going because I have to attend another reception. But congratulations, everybody, and enjoy your reception.
Thank you so much, Owen. Much appreciated.
Okay. Bye now.
Thank you.
Great. Yeah, so well said. And it's time to turn to everyone's favorite on their Spotify list. Take it away, Josh. So I know that's a tough act to follow, but I know just the person that can do it, the one and only Dr. Richard Smith.
Thanks, Larry.
A virtual applause.
Oh, it's so great to be here. And I didn't know what it was going to be like being on a convocation without a
stage or anything, and I think the bagpiper really made it. So I'm so glad to be invited here to be part of these events. I'm really honored and grateful to be part of this. Thank you to the staff and faculty of the MDM program who've been creative, supportive, and dedicated to you through this whole time. And it's been some difficult times for sure. I'm pretty sure that your parents, partners, and progeny, we even got some progeny on the screen, are proud of you today, and with good reason. And no doubt some of them are grateful that this stage of your life is over and drawing to a close. We all owe them a debt of gratitude for sharing you with us for the last year and a half. I know you're graduating in difficult times, but I think you're up to the challenge. I believe you're up to the challenge, and that overcoming that challenge will be worthwhile. I believe you're up to the challenge because we've challenged you already. This program is all about challenges, and you've risen to those challenges over and over again and been transformed by them, and you'll do it again. The challenge is worthwhile because challenges overcome are the well springs of resilience, and that's what the whole world needs right now. You need, I need, everybody needs resilience to be able to bounce back. And resilient people bounce back from a setback and go on to create the innovative solutions. Now is the time for action and solutions. So as you consider your future and you embark on your professional career, creating digital solutions for difficult problems, I'd like you to consider on how your work can create freedom. Not just freedom in the sense to do what you want to do, but the bigger and more necessary task of ensuring that people have the freedom that they need. Freedom from the difficulties that beset human beings and our planet today, racism, violence, inequality, and a changing climate. We need to work together to overcome these challenges and ensure the freedom of others. The masks we all wear these days, where's mine? Really have limited value for ourselves. What they have is tremendous value for others. By reducing the spread of droplets, we can protect others' health, but even more importantly, by wearing the mask, we're showing our care and concern for others right on our face. We can help spread compassion, empathy, and caring in our community. This sense of safety and security actually spreads freedom for those who are concerned about their health and their health of others. So I don't know what the digital version of a face mask will look like, but something that is both practical and symbolic is within your power. I predict the world needs digital media professionals now more than ever, professionals who are committed to freedom and safety. Now more than ever, the world needs you. Congratulations on achieving this milestone. I am very proud of you. Now get out there and make us even more proud of you than we are already. Thank you. Best wishes. Be kind, be calm and safe. And now I turn it over to Jeanette, our next speaker.
I'm so unused to technology now. Hi, everybody. I miss you guys so much. See, I have my scotch that I was going to share with you today, but now I can't, so I'll have to wait until we all get together. But I'm sitting here next to my desk, so that is waiting. So it seems like yesterday that we were all kind of partying in Studio 13 and bonding and hugging. God forbid. Can you imagine hugging somebody nowadays? But it also seems like a lifetime ago because so much has happened since then. But I think that it's been a really interesting journey over the last few months. So I know today is all about you guys and recognizing your accomplishment and what you've done in the last 20 months. But I want you to indulge me just for a few minutes, or maybe a minute, to actually recognize our beloved Dr. Smith. Because like you, he is moving on in his career. He's transitioning on out of the CDM. But the CDM really wouldn't be anything without the passion and energy that Dr. Smith put into the school for the last 9 years. And I really want to take a moment to recognize that, because I believe a lot of the success of the program and a lot of the success of you is really due to the work and passion that Richard had for us. Richard did not just strengthen the academic elements of the program, but he imbued it with something much more important. He imbued it with really essential values. As you can tell, the values is a big part of the program. He's the most positive thinking person I know on the planet. I don't think he knows how to be negative about anything. But some of the core values that he instilled in us are compassion, kindness, and generosity. And I believe they were integral to Richard's leadership in the program. He made sure that that was part of the values of the staff, the faculty, and the students. And that, to me, is why the program is so important, and it's the big differentiator. And I really want to thank Richard for doing that, because I think that's what makes the MDM program so special, and that's what makes you guys so special. So good luck, Richard, in your next career, but thank you from all of us for giving us these values as part of the core MDM program.
Thanks,
but Richard,
Jeanette. That was unexpected.
Well, you know what? You're not getting a party because of the stupid COVID-19 thing. We can't sort of do it in person. So I think it's important that everybody remember that the values of the MDM program, which are core to what makes the MDM successful, comes from the top. Richard also believes that education is important to change the world, as you can tell. And the world will be a better place because the alumni of the MDM program, especially cohort 13, will make the MDM a better place. I'm reading my little speech. Now I lost my place. Sorry, I'm not used to speaking anymore. Because of those values, the MDM program isn't just about what you learn in the curriculum. So you learn how to use Post-it notes, you learn how to do stuff, you learn how to do bullseyes, you learn how to do whiteboard drawing, you learn SWOT, you learn about business, you learn all these very cool things. But that's not what makes the MDM the MDM program special, and that's not what makes you special. You can learn that in any school, you can learn that anywhere, but you actually can't learn the values that is important, that will get you go forward. You learn knowledge, and knowledge is really important, but that's not what makes your education unique. It's a whole other story. I was really fortunate to be the advisor of most of you for the past year. Some of you, I'll tell you, it was the best way to end my career at the CDM, was being so close to you and seeing your development. And I got to witness firsthand one of the most important values that the MDM program has, and the value of community. Community is what bonds us, and community keeps us together. And so I saw that community from the first day of the design jam, where you guys went, oh my God, how can I possibly contribute to this team? I don't know anything. How is this? There's no way. And you came together as a team, and you brought each other together. And that was the first sign of community. And it continued to grow, and it continued to grow. But there's one other piece, there's one little story I want to bring up about how I saw this community and saw the growth of what you guys did. So for the families that don't know this, we had something called Studio 13 in the last term of last year. And I was kind of the queen of Studio 13. And there was a whiteboard outside my office, and people would put stuff on it. And I came in one morning, and a student who shall remain nameless, but you know who you are, had written his journey of getting a job. He had just been successful in landing his dream job, or he thought it was his dream job. But what he did was he listed his entire journey, all the places he had applied for, all the people who didn't answer him, the entire horribleness of looking for jobs. And you guys all know how horrible it is looking for a job. And why that was so important to me when I saw it, and why I think it's such an important story, is because he had the humility and the generosity to share that experience with his classmates. And that to me showed wisdom and showed growth as an individual, but it also was a really good way to define what makes you guys special. You share your knowledge, you share those horrible experiences, because people want to feel like they're learning and they're contributing. So I think that that's one of the most important pieces of what you guys have done as a group. The other piece is that the knowledge that you gain does not become wisdom until you reflect on the knowledge and you share the knowledge. And the great part about that little scenario, and there were many, unfortunately, I don't want to ramble on for too long. There were many, many stories like that throughout the whole experience of working with you guys. But that's how you became wise, and that's how you developed wisdom. So knowledge will only get you so far. Education will only get you so far. Wisdom is the next step. And I saw you guys learning and growing and becoming wise in so many cool ways. So the other thing this showed me was the ability to be vulnerable in front of with your classmates also shows you the trust and that you have for each other and the strength of the community. And you know, we're going through this horrible time right now, but you know what? You've got this amazing community that you trust, you can be vulnerable with, you can be scared with, you can show that you're weak with. And that to me is one of the blessings of your program. So for you guys, so I'm gonna use a bunch of cliches that I can't remember where I picked them up for, but you guys actually understood the MBM program is not about the me, but it's about the we, way before the governor of New York thought about it. So I want you to remember that it's not about the me, it's about the we, and you guys figured it out. You also had figured out we're all in this together, way before anybody else made it a cliche for getting through COVID-19. The one thing I don't think you got, though, was the be calm. You got the be calm part, I think. You got the be kind part, but I don't know about the be safe part. I don't know. I saw way too many party animals there. So I guess what I'm trying to get to at the end of all of my rambling is that what you guys have developed over this time isn't just the education and the knowledge. You've actually are becoming wise. And what wisdom comes from reflection and sharing our successes and sharing our failures. Knowledge helps you to make a living, but wisdom helps you to make a life. And I think I have great faith that you guys will make a life together and we'll get through this together. So thank you for sharing your wisdom with me in the last year. Thank you I have great faith in you. I know that this is a great milestone for you guys to go through, but this is just the beginning of a whole new world for you. And I'm now going to introduce a very wise graduate, Sam Stumber, who's going to take it from here.
Thanks, Jeanette. Somebody will let me know if I'm muted, I hope. I want to say a big thank you to all the staff and faculty who have turned us from aspiring minds to masters of digital media. Thank you to those same aspiring minds that actually voted me for co-chair with my chair, Wayland. And congratulations to all the minds who aspired in the first place. Congratulations to the minds who put in the hard work, late nights, and stacks of cash to get this far and become masters of digital media. A long time ago, I was being interviewed to join this program, and Larry, our new director, asked what it meant to me to have this degree. And for a minute, I was stumped. Applying to this program, I only thought about the material benefits of a master's degree in a flourishing medium. But graduating from this program, I think this degree means more. Mark Zuckerberg made billions and changed the world with a website to rate women. He dropped out of Harvard and never benefited from teachers like John and Rachel. Never learned UI, UX as space-time design. Never soaked in media theory pouring from minds like Richard's. C13s, believe me when I tell you, in very important ways, you are richer than Mark Zuckerberg. And not to get zucked in, but let's talk about Facebook. As the world changes all around us, we have a live feed of curated content. Australia on fire, Minnesota marching, and endless fake news, disinformation, alternative facts, clickbait, and lies. Between all caps shouting matches of high school friends and live streams of hate crimes, we're advertised to, nudged, molded, and dulled until we're whittled down to our base emotions and provide the burning passions needed to maximize stickiness and eyeball time for Zuckerberg's ever-hungry feed. How many of us can think of a better use of Facebook's power? How many of us brainstormed across the whiteboard walls of the CDM great ideas to change the world? How many prototypes did we build that can enable users to become the better humans we all know we can be? A long time ago, as I struggled to answer Larry's question about what it means to be a master of digital media, I improvised an answer Patrick would be proud of. It's a literacy, I said. It's an understanding of the language of design. Maybe. I mean, it got me into the program, so my answer wasn't too bad. But we C13s aren't all designers any more than we're all programmers like Jader, artists like Sophie, or animators like Megan. I think our degree is more than a new literacy. It is a whole new sense. It is a second sight. It's an unveiling of the man behind the curtain. Our mastery brings the cloud down to earth, to blood, sweat, and code. As masters of digital media, we can finally see the water we're swimming in, the design behind the feed, the teams behind the product, the humans behind the profiles. I've made it this far without addressing the reason you're experiencing this convocation through a screen and hearing my voice through headphones or genuinely crappy laptop speakers. COVID-19 has separated us, but only physically. As the whole world waits in quarantine, it has found connection through our chosen medium. The waters we swim in are still young, and now billions are navigating them daily to find and reform the connections they had in physical space, or create new ones altogether. A year ago, socializing purely through digital media was a topic for sci-fi, or a point of pity and shame for stereotyped basement dwellers. For the last few months, it has been a civic duty. 10 years ago, Zoom didn't exist. 14 years ago, the CDM was an ambitious use of land and talent, a harbor of possibility. C13s, we know more than anything, we are not alone. We are the lucky 13th iteration of CDM alumni, and although Richard and Jeanette did call us the best cohort ever, the cohorts before us helped shape our experience through mentors like Yangos, Jason, and Bill. As I hope we will shape the cohorts to come. We know no great prototype becomes without a great team. And to paraphrase my favorite media theorist, we are all on Team Human. Now C13s, this prototype world is on fire. Its users are chanting in the streets. So wherever you are, find a whiteboard, find your friends, find the others, and let's put our new mastery to work. Thank you. Yeah, and I'll be passing off to a movie that we made about what we learned in our time at the CDM. Eventually.
The CDM taught me that it's okay to throw away all my ideas.
Make a brain! Studying at CDM has taught me how to balance wearing many hats.
While I've been at the CDM, I learned to work smarter, not harder, to have more patience with myself and my teammates, and to trust the process.
I learned how to work with my peers to find creative solutions to complicated challenges that we face on a daily basis.
CDM taught me about agile development, which I use every day at work, and it's been essential in game development, where it's largely responsible for rapid iteration and development, and the quick turnaround required in both development and post-launch support of a product.
I learned how to be more creative and have more fun!
The CDM taught me how to work collaboratively in a team and also be more empathetic.
CDM taught me that it's never too late to learn new skills, and there's always something new to learn.
CDM taught me to come up with groundbreaking ideas in a shorter amount of time.
The CDM taught me how thick Marshall McLuhan is.
Or how thick you are.
Both.
While I was at the CDM, I learned how to think creatively, act quickly, and most importantly, listen to other people, because we build the best things together.
From MDM, we learn how to become family, and how we learn also how to connect with the virtual world and with the virtual world.
Be punctual, work crazy, ask why before making a decision, and smile a lot.
The CDM has taught me to be adaptable in a work agile environment, and if I do make mistakes, to fail fast and learn quickly.
Thank you SFU, thank you CDM for the opportunity to be connected to all the great people.
Being creative is very important for artists, and the CDM taught me how to come up with more ideas.
So CDM taught me to aim higher and think about the bigger picture. And pretty grateful for that because that's what I've started to do.
Imposter syndrome is very real. I felt it when I started my new work, and the CDM has taught me how to overcome it.
Yay. One more time. Oh, never mind.
No.
Thanks, everybody. Really, thank you for a really great year. You know, it's stepping into the CDM these days. It's a very strange place. It's a hollow shell right now, and it's because you're not there, and you really do make the place. We can provide classrooms and bad chairs or broken chairs and sometimes good chairs and desks and whiteboard markers that are dried out. But, you know, it's really the people that truly make the place. And yes, your cohort was, as Richard said, one of the great ones. And you'll truly be missed. So, you know, one of the real values of this community is the fact that the alumni come back. And you've seen it in some of the talks. You've seen Jason and Bill who have come back to teach. And that's a real strength there. You know, when I congratulated you on a milestone, it wasn't your last milestone at MDM, because you'll always have roots here, no matter where you are out in the world. So thank you once again for an incredible year. We really appreciate it. And I know all the faculty and staff will also share those words. So that's everything we have planned for the evening. But, you know, we're going to leave the Zoom open because all of the chat that happened before the program started was probably one of the highlights of the whole event. Just the fact that you could see everybody in gallery view. It was so nice to see everybody. Nice to see family, nice to see new babies. It was good. And I hope you enjoyed it as well. So with that, we're gonna leave it open and be good out there. Hope to see you soon.